Problem number 5. Julius is studying to be a mathematician, and on the weekends he makes pizzas for the local pizzeria. He's putting pepperoni slices on 5 pizzas he has lovingly named A, B, C, D, and E. To entertain himself, he proceeds this way. Beginning with pizza A, he puts a slice on A, then on B, then on C, then on D, and he puts the 5th slice on E. And then he starts with E, and he puts a slice on E, then A, then B, and so on. And then he puts a 10th slice on D. Then he starts from D, and he puts a slice on D, E, and then A, and so on. He follows this process until he has placed the 995th slice of pepperoni. On which pizza does Julius put the final slice? Alright, well I have a little diagram down here to show you what we're talking about. So you can see let me pick up a highlighter actually. You can see, well, I better scroll down a little more, that he puts, a slice here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And then it's almost like a little stutter. Then he puts 6 on E again, and then 7, 8, 9, 10, and then again, every multiple of 5 he does a little stutter, and he puts another slice on that same pizza. And so there's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, he does the little stutter, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, then he does a little stutter, and then he would continue on, but 21, 22, and so on, around. So, the question is, he puts 995 slices of pepperoni on these 5 pizzas, and what pizza gets the 995th slice? Well, I'm hoping there's a pattern here. So I am actually going to make a little table and list out the pizzas A, B, C, D, and E. And let's just take a look at what's going on here. So he puts pepperoni slice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then he does the little stutter thing, so he puts a 6, but then he goes back around to A. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm actually going to mark these. So 10, he puts the 11 slice on the same pizza, and then 12, 13, 14, 15, and he does the little stutter thing. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, okay, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, stutter, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, now he's back around here. Let's see. I guess he put the first slice on A in this last round. Then he goes 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. Okay, and then the stutter. So, now you can see all the multiples of 5. Now 995 is obviously a multiple of 5 because it ends in 5. But you can see all the multiples of 5 here on this diagonal. So I'm sensing a pattern here. So, and this would continue down here. We have 30 and 35, but we would end up getting 40 here, and 45 here, and 50 here, okay? And so I'm seeing a pattern. So the first row is essentially, it contains the 1 times 5, and this contains the 2 times 5. This row contains the 3 times 5, and the 4 times 5. So we can determine the row that it's going to be on based on which multiple of 5 it is, right? So, let's figure out what multiple of 5 it is. So let's divide 5 into 995, and so we get what? 5, 49, 945. Okay, so we have 199. Okay, so we're going to end up here in the 199th row, which makes sense because if he's got 5 pizzas, he's going to put 199 slices on each pizza, which that's a lot of pepperoni there. He must have been daydreaming and thinking about this problem. That's what mathematicians do. So, all right. So let's figure out what. Okay, so now we're down here in the 199th row. So let's figure out what multiple. What. We need to figure out what column we're going to be in. So we figured out what row we're going to be in. And now we need to figure out what column we're going to be in. So you can see that the E row contains the 1 times 5 and the 6 times 5. The D row contains the 2 times 5 and the 7 times 5. In C contains 15 and 40, which is 3 times 5, and this is 8 times 5. And if you notice that we can look at the remainders on these multiples of 5, and you can see that the remainder here, if we divide 1 by 5, we get 1, and again 6 by 5 is a remainder of 1. And for column D here, you can see we have 10 and 35, and 2 divided by 5 has a remainder of 2, and 7 divided by 5 has a remainder of 2. So we can look at the remainders here, and we can figure out that the remainders on these multiples of 5 are going to tell us what column we're in. Okay, does that make sense? And then finally when we get to A, we have 5 times 5, so that's going to be a remainder of 0 when we divide 5 by 5. Okay? So you see I'm just looking at these numbers right here. Okay? The multiple of 5 that it is. Then we start over here. Okay? So if it has a remainder of 1, so let's take 199. So this, it's going to be down here in the 199 times 5 row. And to figure out what column it is in, I'm going to divide it by 5 again and look at the remainder. So 3 times 5 is 15, and then 9 times 5 is 45, remainder of 4. So we have a remainder of 4. And the column that contains the remainder of 4 is B. So the 995th slice of pepperoni is going to be on pizza B. So our answer is B. So there you go.